Those who nominated me, it came as a surprise, and I thank you for that. Why I say so is because knowing my background, where I come from, there's something I always give praise to God about, and that's been identified for something positive, because it wasn't the case some few years back. And if it happens to be that I get the opportunity to be the president of Abbeam Youth, for me, I say I would implement things that I've been taught by my mentor, my spiritual father, the person who has made me to be who I am today. And I wouldn't say I have much experience in the business area of things, but the experience I've gotten from my daddy is more about life, which are principles he says that you can apply in business, which are godly principles. And I have extensive experience in various departments. By the grace of God, I've been able to have my hands in many things. Sound department, media, I'm a pastor currently, a lot. I've done youth work before. I've been a youth president. That's where I started. And I would say the ambitions and plans I have for the youth will just be to maximize each other's potentials. And it's really to bring out what each individual can do. Because as our daddy mostly says, we can have the potential, but fulfilling it is a different case. And I would probably target the potential that each and everyone has, as I was also located by my mentor and our father, our prophet, our dear daddy. Amen. And I believe we all want to change, especially recently as God has been speaking to us through our daddy concerning moving to the next level. And your presence here and me being here too does show that we all have that common goal, that desire. And I believe time is going. One thing I always used to tell the young guys around me is I don't wish to get to a point in life that I regret not doing certain things earlier, which that was one of my motivations to become a pastor so young, because I asked myself, delaying at the time that I'm old, I will not be able to enjoy it so long, because a time will come in life that you become too weak or too slow to really enjoy where you have made it to. And the earlier you can actually achieve your potential, I believe, the better. So I, as president, I would do things quiet, speedily, under the leadership of our daddy, and definitely do things to the letter, for I believe that that is what works. Things on our own, we have hit different walls, different barriers, but in all, we need somebody to lead us, and I will lead us through our daddy. I won't speak much more. As you can see, I've spoken from what I know. It's not words that I've written on paper. I didn't go to study. I didn't go to learn off YouTube. But I spoke from the heart, and I believe you can testify if I'm speaking the truth or not. God bless you. For me, I believe each and everyone here knows me personally. And if you're talking about bringing people together, you know, I'm a pastor, so definitely I will bring God inside. And there are certain things that we will do to have a communion with the Lord that will bring us into one spirit. And the thing is, the life I came from makes me not to be so religious, because I was not raised so much in church. So I do know the physical needs of, you know, a fellow youth. I know it's not all about 100% whole killing yourself with work. There is a time that a youth would like to feel relaxed. So with me, I'll kind of bring that kind of balance. The spiritual things will be there, work will be there, and a time to enjoy yourself. I mean, some of the youth, I've been with them, played football with them, I've organized PlayStation tournaments, I've thought with some of you to take you to Fort Park, things like that. But definitely it depends on each and every one and their desires, what we can meet up and decide on. So that's what I can say. When you talk about the stereotyping of black people, I say that I kind of fit that persona because that's where I was. The stabbings you're talking about, I have done some. The robberies that you're talking about, I've been in it. I have my criminal record. And the thing is, I have changed from that. So if you're looking for somebody to stand as a logo or as the image of that change that we will portray to the world, I believe that I fit those circumstances. Why? Because I have come from that life. Police can check on me and see that this is the person I used to be. And now I have become the person you see today. So if we're talking about breaking the stereotypes, we will do it. Not just by saying it, but by implementing the things we decide to do. Everything that our prophet, our daddy, will teach us, I believe you and I will implement them, and that will cause us to reach the promised land. So for me, I have changed personally, and I believe a lot of you have also changed from so many things. And it's all about showcasing it in the right way. When we're talking about people that have raised, that have imparted their world, I've listened to Daddy's examples, and I have also done so. If you talk about the ministry in itself, there are so many things that I've implemented from Daddy's teachings that have caused my name to be written within the ministry. If you talk about the media, the person that is taking the picture right now, I have taught him. Some of the candidates there, they have got their careers because I sat down and actually taught them. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm not selling to you lies. These are things that are real. I'm telling you reality. I don't have big words to tell you, but I can tell you one thing. I have God. And I believe my daddy. So I believe that when I become president, I will not, to be honest, the title president is not something that I would love. Because first of all, the nomination, if I had a choice in it, I would not. But the fact that you have done so shows faith in me. And I believe that I'll definitely meet that point of expectation in the best I can do. For I'm being taught under Daddy, and I will never deviate from his instructions. And the question that you're trying to portray to me is that maybe I'm not interested in leading the people, right? Okay. Not so. But I'd rather be somebody that is behind the scene if it was my choice. Because I've always been raised to support. I've always been taught to help, as I do in this ministry. You understand? I was not appointed as a pastor by myself, but I was chosen by my leader. And I try to do my best to help him and his vision. So that is my wish each and every time. But to lead, to assign myself and rush and fight for leadership, no. That is what I was trying to say to you. Bless you.